Hey guys, we're having a great day as well as a great life. We're
great life.
here, man. It's Frank Zappa.
So this came about because I was recently on a cruise ship.
Yep.
Won it on a work trip, which is cool. And while I was there, it was like a bunch of old people on the ship. It was like the average age was got to be like 62. Like it was
Our demographic.
exactly our demographic. Maybe a little older than our demographic, because I only got recognized one time, and it happened to be when I was doing like a naughty version of Jeopardy.
Yep.
It was just me and this lady Donna. Donna was
Gorgeous.
the tits. She was great. And
You mean the pancakes?
So it's one of them. It would be like, what's another name for boobs? And it's like all these, and it's like the girls, the twins, tatas, like those sort of things. Mm-hmm. And one of them was pancakes, and we didn't get that one. And I was flabbergasted. I was like, "You're calling them pancakes?" And I was like, "Oh, maybe on this cruise they're pancakes, but like other places, I would never be like, ooh, show me your pancakes."
Flapjacks?
Flapjacks?
Nah, that's a lot.
No.
But
Either
anyhow,
way.
So it was after the Jeopardy, right?
After that, we got finished, and I was like, clapping up the team because we had like a whole section. And one of the guys who stood up, he was there, and he was like, "Hey, love the channel." And I was like, "Oh, you just said like you saw me say blowjob a ton. Like that's not great." But super nice guy, him and his wife. We talked about music and stuff. I met him outside after that, and they said like, "Hey, you should hit some Zappa. Like you haven't hit Zappa in a while. Like I'd love to see it." So they gave us some suggestions. This is one of them.
This is very exciting stuff. We've hit Zappa a couple times on Patreon, and maybe we should do some reposts of those. I know we hit like Uncle Remus,
Don't Eat the Yellow Snow
and stuff. And then the guy you met on the cruise ship, he mentioned like one of them was like Cosmic Debris. Yeah, which sounds like
very
that
cool.
title sounds awesome.
Yeah, he gave like 5 songs. We just picked the coolest sounding one.
Yeah, and it's off the Apostrophe album, which I think we almost hit that on Patreon a bunch, but we never actually hit the record. So let us know if we should do that full record on Patreon at some point.
Yeah.
But with that being said, let's
hit it.
The mystery man came over and he said, "I'm out of sight." He said for a nominal service charge I could reach Nirvana tonight if I was ready, willing, and able to pay him his regular fee. He would drop all the rest of his pressing affairs and devote his attention to me. But I said, "Look here, brother, who you jiving with that cosmic debris?" Now who you jiving with that cosmic debris? Look here, brother, don't you waste your time on me. The mystery man got nervous and he fidgeted around a bit. He reached in the pocket of his mystery robe and he whipped out a shaving kit. Now I thought it was a razor and a can of foaming goo, but he told me right then when the top popped open there was nothing his box won't do. With the oil of Aphrodite and the dust of the Grand Wazoo. He said, "You might not believe this, little fellow, but it'll cure your asthma too." And I said, "Look here, brother, who you dabbing with that cosmic debris?" Now what kind of a guru are you anyway? Look here, brother, don't you waste your time on me. Don't waste your time. Oh. I've got troubles of my own, I said, and you can't help me out, so take your meditations and your preparations and ram it up your snout.
But I got the crystal ball!
He said, and held it to the light. So I snatched it all away from him, and I showed him how to do it right. I wrapped the newspaper around my head
I said some mumbo jumbo then. I told him he was going to sleep. I robbed his rings and pocket watch and everything else I found. I had that sucker hypnotized. He couldn't even make a sound. I proceeded to tell him his future then. As long as he was hanging around, I said,
the price of meat has just gone up and your old lady has just gone down.
Damn.
Look here, brother. Who you driving with that cosmic debris?
Now, is that a real poncho or is that a Sears poncho? Don't you know you could make more money as a butcher? So don't you waste your time on me.
Don't waste it. Don't waste your time on me.
Damn, that was very cool.
That was nuts.
I forget how weird he is, and then I remember somebody sent us like one of the first things we ever got in a PO box was like him on the toilet, like a big poster of him on the toilet.
It's way too cool. I forget how weird he is too, and then within the first like 5 seconds, I'm like reminded. I'm like, oh yeah, there we go. That's the way it went.
Debris. Like just
Such an interesting character.
honestly, he's the greatest salesman it's ever been, because he had to convince like so many people to let him do weird shit. Because it's not a one-man thing. Like, even, like, maybe he's got background singers he uses, but either way, he's like, I'm going to pay you to say some wild shit for me.
In some wild ways and some wild rhythms.
Like, some guy, he's just like, I'm going to need you to hit 2 tin cans together when I say crystal ball, please.
I love that he, like, reminds me that there's more options in music than, like, the standard formula. Because he always does remind me of that. And I was thinking of, like, right towards the end of the song, I feel like Zappa, every time, like, humbles me. In the sense where I'm like, I don't even know how or what I could rate this because it literally just doesn't like fit in the typical paradigm, and then I just get humbled because I'm like, I don't even know where like, how to go about it.
In D&D terms, like he would, if Steely Dan is like lawful good, he's like chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. It's like you said. I forget how weird he is until we do a song.
Yeah.
Definitely a cool guy.
Definitely a cool guy.
Yeah.
I just
we knew that from the toilet picture though.
From the toilet picture. Like, but I just wonder, like, because there's got to be so many people he had to like again convince. Like, think of how many bands, like, dude, Rush. Basically, they were like staked their whole career on making 2112. Like, if that album didn't go well, it's like, sorry, you don't have a record deal anymore. And like, how many bands have to sacrifice like the music they want to make because it's like, this just isn't quite appealing, isn't quite cool enough, or whatever. And somehow Zappa just gets to do literally whatever.
It's impressive.
Like, other bands are like, sorry, you can't have that album cover because we think it'll sell better as a different album cover. It's like, okay, I guess we'll make that creative change. It's like, this guy is just like, I'm going to make a song called Don't Eat the Yellow Snow.
I'd be interested in hearing more / learning more about his story just because it's actually just, like, from the outside, I'm like, this has to be like one of the most interesting stories in rock and roll. And
I do have one interesting story.
I say rock and roll like it's rock. It's more of like a fusion of.
Do you want an interesting story about him?
Sure.
Okay, so this is also from the cruise.
Okay.
Same people told me the story about it. So Steve Vai, do you know who Steve Vai is?
You guitar player and
yes.
stuff? Yeah.
So he played for Zappa. And he was like 18 or something when he joined the band. And during his audition, he called it the audition from hell. Basically, Zappa like had him come in and he was like, all right, he had him play the super complex piece of music. And he was like, all right, now play it in 7/8. He's like, okay, he plays it in 7/8. He's like, now play it in 7/8 with a reggae feel. It's like, okay, he's done 7/8 with a reggae feel. And he's like, all right, now I want you to add 13ths to these chords and 11ths to the, and he's like having to do all these crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Does all that. And he's like, okay. And he hands him a piece of music that's like actually impossible to play. Like, you have to stretch too far and you have to play like multiple chords at once, like not possible. And so Steve Vai's like, I can't play. I don't think anybody could play this. Like, I don't think it's physically possible. And he goes, well, I hear Linda Ronstadt's looking for a new guitar player. And he, like, Steve Vai's like 18. He's like, okay. And he like leaves, packs up his stuff, and goes to leave. And he's like, no, where are you going? He's like, I'm leaving. He's like, no, you have a job. You're good. So apparently he's just a wild dude.
Dang, okay. I say all this to say I have no idea what to rate it. I'm humbled. I can't rate it.
All right. Rate it 16 Zappas out of 18.
Like 16 probably like 17.8. 17.6 Zappas.
Out of 18? All right.
Wait, it's between 16 and 18 Zappas, right? Has to be within that range.
Oh, I was sent. Yeah, we can rate it. We're rating this a good song. It's a good song.
I had a good time. It was enjoyable.
Yeah, I really did too.
It was enjoyable.
Damn. All right. Well, let us know
if we should hit the full record or not for a pop.
For sure.
But yeah.
Yeah. Catch you next video.
Peace.
It's a weird one.
Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. If you had a good time watching that video, if you want to upvote the video, subscribe if you're not already. Check out some other videos here on the YouTube or on the Patreon if you want extra juicy stuff you can't get on YouTube because they block it here.